In this video, we will demonstrate how to safely change a hanging hardware kit on a retail fuel dispenser. It should be noted that we will be installing a complete hanging hardware kit rather than an individual component in this video, and all kits have been pressure and continuity tested at the plant. But if you're installing just a component, you should follow the testing procedure found in RP 400 after the installation is complete. Step 1 is to always barricade your work area. First, position your work vehicle to block access to the dispenser in the path of most traffic. Then use cones on the side with less traffic potential. The key here is visibility, and that's why you should always wear a reflective safety vest. Visibility is your friend. You should also let the site personnel know in what area you'll be working and how long you think you'll be. While we're talking safety, let's review the minimum PPE that you should be wearing. Eyewear is absolutely necessary, and in the event you are working overhead and there is potential to have fuel sprayed or dripped onto your face, you should wear a face shield, not just glasses. In this video, we will show you how to drain the hanging hardware in a way that should remove all liquid from the hose, thus making a face shield not as needed. Safety footwear is also required, steel or composite-toed safety shoes with a non-slip tread. Finally, you will be working with fuel-soaked parts during this procedure, so nitrile gloves are necessary. Once your personal and the public safety has been addressed, it's time to depressurize the dispenser hydraulics. Remove the lower dispenser door and trip all shear valves. It is critical that you do not try to work on hanging hardware if there is any pressure in the dispenser, so you will also need to authorize the dispenser for each product and dispense into a prover until all drips stop. Since there can be still fuel in the hose and disconnecting the whip hose from the dispenser could result in fuel in your face, it's best to remove the nozzle and allow the fuel to completely drain into the prover before removing the rest of the hanging hardware. It's important to note here that you should never use a wrench with teeth on the hanging hardware. A pipe wrench, channel locks, or vice grip pliers are all the wrong tools. You should use an adjustable wrench with no teeth. When removing the whip hose from the dispenser, always use a backing adjustable wrench to prevent loosening the fitting on the dispenser. Even though you have drained all the fuel out of the hose, be sure to catch any drips in a filter cup. Our technician is tall enough to reach the fittings without a ladder, but if you are not able to reach it, then use a sturdy ladder, not just a bucket or a makeshift device. Apply oil and gas-resistant thread sealant to the threads before attaching the whip hose. Never, ever use Teflon tape. It can detach inside the flow and get stuck in the nozzle mechanism. Tighten to hand tight, then 1 to 2 turns with an adjustable wrench. Again, be sure to use a backing wrench. Once all hardware has been installed, reconnect the shear valve levers. If it's an OPW 10 valve, you will use an 11/16 wrench on the link. There may be some resistance because the rest of the system is still pressurized. This is why you need to use a wrench to turn the lever so that you can reattach the link when there is back pressure. With the link restored on all shear valves, it's time to bleed the air out of the line. Authorize the dispenser and dispense into a prover can until all air is out. Expect to dispense approximately 1 gallon from each product to clear out the air or until you hear no sputtering. When you release the lever on the nozzle, watch the dispenser's display to see if the meter is creeping. If so, keep dispensing. You still have air in the line. Once you have bled the air and you've confirmed that all products are dispensing correctly and with no leaks in the hanging hardware with the system pressurized, replace the lower doors and return the dispenser to service. Follow up by being sure that you have gathered all old parts and any fuel-soaked rags. Be sure to dispose of cleaning materials and parts in a manner approved by your local authority having jurisdiction. Always return the fuel from the prover to the proper UST via the metal prover can and a metal funnel. Never, ever use a traffic cone as a funnel, and never use any type of plastic funnel. The neck of the prover should be in contact with the metal funnel during the entire process of pouring the fuel back into the tank. Otherwise, a static charge could build up and it could spark.